Hello lovely families, welcome back to my channel. Today's recipe I'll be sharing how I make my Okra Ugba, Okra Ukpaka or Oilbean okra soup. Uba or Oilbean is popularly eaten by the eastern part of Nigeria and is very rich in amino acid, proteins, iron and vitamins. To make this recipe you need just few of basic ingredients, so stay tuned and let's get started. I've got in here some smoked fish. If you want to see the recipe for this smoked fish, I'm going to leave the link in the description box. Please do well to check it out. Of course, we need okra for this recipe. I've already gone ahead to hand cut mine. If you want, you can grate yours if that is how you want it. Some spinach with some Uziza leaves. There's this great flavor Uziza leaves gives in my okra soup recipe. If you have not tried it, give it a try. Some cooked stockfish. Over here are some fresh bella mushrooms, which I've already gone ahead to cut into thin slices. Some cooked beef. All the ingredients for this recipe has already been prepped just to save time and energy. Of course, the star of the dish, which is the Ugba Okpaka or Oilbean, and it's so versatile. You can also use it to make your abacha. I've got in here some fresh shrimps already washed and deveined. I have in here some red sliced onions. If you are not a big fan of onions, you can reduce the quantity. I'm going to list the accurate ingredient in the description box as well. Some crayfish already grounded, and I've got in here some onions as well with some bell peppers already grounded. And this is the stock that I got from cooking the beef and the stockfish as well. And I have in here some red palm oil. I love the brand of this palm oil, like it's so good. So I'm going to start by adding the mushrooms inside my pot. You already know me, I love steaming my mushroom. So when I'm done adding it, I'm going to add a pinch of salt. I will cover it and allow to steam for 2 to 3 minutes. While the mushrooms are steaming, in a clean cooking pot, I'm going to go in with the stock that I got from cooking the beef and the stockfish. When I'm done adding it, I'm going to go in with the water that I got from raising the blender. After blending the bell peppers and onions, next I added in the cooked stockfish. At this point as well, I'm going to go in with the fresh shrimps. When I'm done adding it, I'm going to introduce our grounded crayfish, also known as grounded dry prawn. If you're allergic to any of these ingredients that I'm using, please feel free to substitute it to any ingredient that you are comfortable with, okay? I went ahead and added in the red sliced onions. At this point, the mushrooms are steamed. I added it at this point as well. Someone was asking me, why do I love steaming my mushroom? I've said that on my video. I love steaming it just to get rid of that dark water that comes out of it. It is totally optional. So I went ahead and added in the bell peppers and the grounded onions. At this point, I'm adding some oil. If you have been following me, you will know that I am not a big fan of oily food. Besides, remember you can make okra soup without oil, and the bell pepper that I added will also pop the color of this soup as well. So I'm going to give it a good stir. I will cover it and allow it to come to a boil for like 4 to 5 minutes. And here comes our smoked fish, which I've already gone ahead to debone or shred behind camera. This is not mackerel fish nor tilapia fish. I can't remember the particular name of this fish, but please, if you do, drop it on the comment section. I remember I enjoyed eating this fish when I was in Nigeria and it tasted so good as well. Here comes the bone, which I will be mulching behind camera. You guys already know me and fish bones. Like, I love fish bone. Don't even come close to this bone because we are going to fight. So at this point, the base has been cooking for 5 minutes. I'm just going to give it a nice stir just to ensure that everything is going down well inside my pot. When I'm done stirring it, I'm going to introduce the fish at this point. If you don't want to shred the fish, you can just add it whole, just the way it is. But I love shredding mine, okay, so that I will get the rich taste of that fish inside my soup. So at this point, I added in the Ugba, the Ukpaka or the Oilbean. I'm going to add the cooked beef at this point as well. When I'm done adding it, I'm going to give it a nice stir. Alright, lovely families, after more stirring, I tested to adjust seasoning. So when I tested it, I needed just a little bit of bouillon powder. So I went ahead and sprinkled just a little bit of it. I will not be adding salt or sodium to this soup because Ukpaka has salt, shrimps contain salt, and the stock that we got from cooking the meat also contains the salt. So make sure you cook, test and adjust. That way you'll be sure of what you are making. And if at any point you feel that the fish is going to fall apart at the process of stirring the pot or the soup, after cooking for 4 to 5 minutes, go ahead and take the fish out from the pot, okay? Like this base was so good. It was absolutely tasty. After, I'm going to cover it and allow to cook for 4 to 5 minutes. So there was a day I was making soup in the kitchen. Hubby happens to be in the kitchen. So I was using fish for that particular recipe. So when I tried to take out the fish from the pot, hubby was like, why are you taking the fish out from the pot when you are not done cooking? I told him I don't want my fish to break or fall apart. He was like, wow. He started laughing at me like, is my pot leaking? Even if the fish breaks or fall apart, is it not going to fall inside the pot or is it going to disappear from the pot? So if you don't mind, you can leave the fish, okay? So this is after 5 minutes. I'm going to go in with my okra. Remember I said I hand cut this okra. You can grate yours if that is what you want. So when I'm done adding it, I'm going to give it a nice stir to combine. If you like this video so far, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section, have you tried Okra Ugba before? Do you like it? I'm so sorry if you are hearing any background noise. My kids are here and I really want to make this voice over, so pardon the background noise, okay? This is life of a mom. Too bad. I'm going to cover the pot halfway and allow to cook for 2 to 3 minutes because I still want the okra to be fresh even when I'm done cooking the soup. So this is after 3 minutes. I'm going to add the last ingredient, which is our vegetable, the spinach and the Uziza leaves. I'm going to give it a nice stir and our soup is as good as ready. When I say this soup was easy, I meant it. Like within a space of time you are out from your kitchen, especially if all your ingredients are already prepped, okay? So when I finish stirring it, I'm going to cover it and allow to simmer on a very low heat for just a minute because like I said, my okra and that spinach, I still want it fresh. And at this point, my kitchen was smelling so good. That obalicious aroma, that is what I'm getting from this kitchen right now. At this point, I swear your neighbor will know that something good is happening. I couldn't resist testing this soup. I kept testing and testing and testing. If I said this soup wasn't tasty, what would be my gain? Like it tasted so good. Thank you all so much for watching. We've come to the end of today's recipe. If you try out this recipe, let me know in the comment section how you and your family likes it. You can go ahead and enjoy it with any swallow of your choice or have it just the way it is. See you all on my next video. Bye for now.